Ezekiel chapter 4. And you, son of man, take a sharp weapon for yourself. Take the barber's razor for yourself, and you have caused it to pass over your head and over your beard, and you have taken weighing scales for yourself, and apportioned them. You burn a third part with fire in the midst of the city, at the fullness of the days of the siege. And you have taken the third part, you strike with a weapon around it. And the third part you scatter to the wind, and I draw out a weapon after them. And you have taken there a few in number, and have bound them in your skirts. And you take of them again, and have cast them into the midst of the fire, and have burned them in the fire. Out of it comes forth a fire to all the house of Israel. Thus said Lord YHWH, This is Jerusalem. I have set her in the midst of the nations, and the lands are around her. And she changes my judgments into wickedness more than the nations, and my statutes more than the lands that are around her. For they have kicked against my judgments, and my statutes, they have not walked in them. Therefore thus said Lord YHWH, Because of your multiplying above the nations that are around you, you have not walked in my statutes, and you have not done my judgments. According to the judgments of the nations that are around you, you have not done. Therefore, said the Lord YHWH, Behold, I am against you, even I, and I have done judgments in your midst, before the eyes of the nations. And I have done in you that which I have not done, and the like of which I do not do again, because of all your abominations. Therefore, fathers eat sons in your midst, and sons eat their fathers. And I have done judgments in you, and have scattered all your remnant to every wind. Therefore, as I live, a declaration of Lord YHWH, because you have defiled my sanctuary with all your detestable things, and with all your abominations, therefore I also diminish you, and my eye does not pity, and I do not spare. Your third part dies by pestilence, and are consumed by famine in your midst. And the third part fall by the sword around you, and the third part I scatter to every wind, and I draw out a sword after them. And my anger has been completed, and I have caused my fury to rest on them, and I have been comforted, and they have known that I, YHWH, have spoken in my zeal, in my completing my fury on them. And I give you for a ruin and for a reproach among nations that are around you, before the eyes of everyone passing by. And it has been a reproach and a reviling, an instruction and an astonishment to nations that are around you, in my doing judgments in you, in anger and fury, and in furious reproofs. I, YHWH, have spoken in my sending the evil arrows of famine among them that have been for destruction, that I send to destroy you. And I am adding famine on you, and I have broken your staff of bread. And I have sent famine and evil beasts on you, and they have bereaved you, and pestilence and blood pass over on you, and I bring a sword in against you. I, YHWH, have spoken.